guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. I'm actually on vacation right now, but I forgot to film an intro for this video, so I figured I'd throw something in there real quick. We installed the Airdog 5G 165 lift pump on my truck, and so far I've run it for about 2 weeks, I think, and it's run really good, so no complaints yet, but so far it's run, yeah, like I said, really good. But yeah, I just figured I'd give a little intro to this video. Me and my buddy Robbie install it, so that's what the rest of the footage is. So yeah, we'll just get on with the video, and hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Airdog II 5G DF165.
$800 filter system.
$800 fuel filter.
Just remember that. You delete something that worked good enough to go to something that works better for $800.
I think this is the only thing I've bought for this truck that came with instructions.
Other than the truck.
Yeah, other than the truck. So we're just gonna go through the paperwork here and go through the paperwork and parts, make sure we have everything, and then we'll get started. So this small one, it has 3 fittings on the actual lift pump. There's a small one here, which was a 15mm. And what?
It's a return.
Oh yeah, this is the return.
It's the retard.
So this is the return. This goes to the fill.
This ejects the liquid that's not going to pass certification.
Yeah. So I'll explain more on that later when we actually do it. But there's this return fitting, which is only one size. It was a 15mm. These two are the same fittings, and I'm imagining that one probably comes from the tank and another one goes up into the like to the fuel system, or the
I'm assuming fuel sending.
Yeah, fuel sending.
Maybe it's a fuel sending port. We'll just call it that.
Yeah.
Or forget
it.
But
they're the same size, and I don't know what size wrench they are yet because
21.
I don't have one.
21.
What's 9 plus 10? 21. You stupid.
When in doubt, use a crescent.
Adjustable.
You are very loose. Tighten that. You're too tight now. Okay, back to the shenanigans. I found the sending line. This one, as you can kind of see, goes through. It's that bottom one. Bottom one. This is the fuel sending, and then this one right here. This one right here looks like the return. It bypasses everything, goes up right behind that line into kind of like the soft line from the hard line. Yeah.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, you can touch it. Way back there is the return, and then it goes up through the frame rail. And this is still our sending line, which stays on the inside, goes kind of through is our return, and then our feed. So probably get a better view, just barely. So return, and then behind it's the feed. Okay, we finally got the sending line out. I wanted to make a good note of how this kind of works, because there's a lot of people that say it, but it's still not necessarily for the Duramax. There's those 4 prongs that you have to hit pretty much all 4 of them with that little red.
Sorry.
You gotta hit it with that little red clip, and the one thing you gotta think about is there's that very inner ridge, and you can't get that part right here, or the fully disconnect, if it's being pulled. So you want to push it and then try and put the tool on and push it, and then what I recommend is after you pull it, push it back off, rotate it a 1/4 inch, pull it, and keep kind of shoving the hose back on. And the last piece of advice is I found it easiest to snake the hose line up through this clamp, through the frame rail, and out through the top instead of the other way around. It was getting the fuel head part kind of stuck up here. So that's just the only advice on this, other than just having to acknowledge that they suck.
I have something to add. Oh, okay. So I'm putting the bracket on, and don't mind this, I put it on the wrong way, so I gotta fix that. But one thing to note is up here, I don't know if it's a brake line or what, but it's getting kind of sandwiched. I don't know if you guys can see sandwiched in between this bracket here. So that's one thing to watch out for. All the videos I've seen and instructions and stuff all just have the bolts going over it like that.
You don't want to do that, you just want to cut it.
Yeah, you just cut your brake line off. Just cut it right here, and then you can. Yeah, so basically just watch out for that. I'm just gonna run it because that's how everyone else did it, and there seems to be doing fine. So. All right, and we'll cut back as soon as we get another update, I guess.
Since we are, I guess, starting on we have 3 bolt holes left open, and that's just enough space for stock body mounts.
Would you want to possibly get me the fuel line? And the
our plan is to run the fuel line first and then put the connector on, because it kind of gets tight up there.
Yeah.
And then we will cut when we get it ran with zip ties and go from there.
Can you see it?
Yeah, actually I can.
Okay.
The only thing that's gonna suck is pushing that on.
Okay,
Which we could always push it longer and then...
This is hard to do with one hand.
Wow, we're so close. We're like 1 barb away.
Let's try to turn a little bit. Okay. Turn it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Almost there. Oh man. There we go.
Can twist it in.
I think that's in.
Yeah.
Sweet. These things are dumb. And so now,
Oh, did they make them weird?
if you go over here, since you have it in, they just snap right in.
Make sure those clips are in a good spot for you to get your hand up there, just
Yeah.
in case.
So I put the clips up and down on the top and bottom, so that way they're easier, and you just push in and they click like that.
If you
All right.
want like that much slack, honestly, I feel
That's
like
good. That's a good amount, yeah.
Okay, so then
All right, so I don't know if you guys can see, we ran it all the way down there, kind of where the previous fuel line hose was, and now
we're going to hopefully kind of zip tie it along this heater line, and I think we're just going to cut it right about there and let it be kind of a straight line, and then we're gonna use this as kind of a baseline also for the other. This is gonna be the line we like the most. Grab oil. Counts. There we go. Not too bad. I mean, because we like to make sure anything rubber is a little happy at first when it mates. There's kind of a green O-ring in here, which sees fuel, so it doesn't matter if it's oiled. But we're just gonna do it because we like it. Bam. Same thing, nice, smooth, and now we could just zip tie it. Nice and straight. It looks actually really good. All right, so what we're doing through the frame roll, we're gonna drop it low so we could get a nice curve to it. This is just the way we're doing it, just so it's hidden, people don't mess with the filters. It is more economical to put it on the outside of the frame, but that's just asking for trouble. So now click in, and hopefully that loop will allow it not to get kinked. Obviously, we can run zip ties through these holes. We'll hold it down, kind of pull it up, and then we're hoping kind of maybe a zip tie here and pull it like this and follow the other line. That's why we decided to wait for a zip tie, even though this is kind of becoming a cluster. But honestly, it looks pretty good. All right, so probably gonna be hard to see, but we got that one up and clipped in, nicely ran. We're gonna wait the zip tie. We are currently working on cutting the fuel neck for the return line from the pump, so we're just kind of slowly chipping at it until it separates, and hopefully we will then get it all slipped in. And I mean, it's pretty straightforward. We'll just show you how we run it, other than putting oil on the fittings and cutting this for the return thing. That guy, not really too bad. We will cut back when it's also in, because it's getting warmer.
Okay, so we're back, and we pretty much are done. So we ran all the fuel lines. All the fuel lines are done. This one is, I forget which one. Anyways, that one goes up to the tank. This big one, this goes, we routed it down along the frame and then went up with the other fuel hose, and it's the one that turns and goes up above the fuel cooler or heater or whatever up there. And then this last L1 is the fuel return, and we routed it down in the frame with the other one and then went up over the frame over there, right through that body mount, and then I don't know if you guys can see, yeah, right there to the filler neck. So we got all the fuel lines installed. We're doing electrical right now. This is the just cable that goes straight to the pump, and we just routed it along the frame all the way up to the front, and then up the fender well with the other electrical. So yeah, we routed it down here kind of up to here.
Dude, I tucked everything away.
Yeah,
there.
Robbie already tucked everything away.
It's not zip tied at all, but it's gone.
All right. Yeah, it's not zip tied. It's hard to see, but this loom.
Dude, look how long the loom
right
is
here
for the power cable. It comes over here and wraps twice.
And there's, yeah. So they did give us a lot of slack for the power cables and stuff. So that routed all down there, and it came up sort of by the Hydro Boost here. And this is the fuse cord. So this is gonna route, we're probably gonna loop this up, tap into the ignition fuse, which I have yet to find out which one that is. And then we're tapping in the power and the ground into this little like area they have there. The ground has one screw at the bottom that holds that whole mountain, and then the power we're just putting in that like power box, the little plastic box there.
Hit that right there.
Mount it right onto the thing there, and then there's a screw on this side, I think, right?
Yeah, you're right. I got that.
Right there.
And then down here we took a
ground.
file and we unbolted the bolt that holds this whole assembly and opened it, filed between both sides to get nice raw paint. Took the ground, shoved it in between both of them, and then put the bolt through. So this is the best ground that's going to get. That is not inconvenient. The most after that is we might just have to open the hole right here for the power cable to follow in there, so it also can shut that battery box and still look nice. there you go. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
I was gonna mention a lot of people usually bolt into the radiator. I don't know where, because I tried this bolt and or at least for the ground. For the ground, they bolt into the radiator, and I don't know which bolt it is. I tried this one, it didn't work, but I just thought this would be better anyways, since it's got the ground and the positive sort of next to each other, so that way I don't have to like route over here and then route one over here and stuff. So but yeah, other than that, it's going good, and I guess we'll cut back when we have it all installed.
Alrighty, we got everything zip tied. It's actually pretty tucked. All we got to do now is turn the key. I'm gonna just put the camera right next to it so we could see any leaks maybe. Alright, ready? Yeah. Oh wow, that's nice and quiet. So, Brayden was saying to me that all you actually have to do is just let it sit for a minute or two, just running that pump. Oh, there it is. And if you heard, you could kind of hear it get like a different tone, so that means it's actually building pressure instead of just air bubbles. Oh, there it goes again. And I'm pretty sure you might be able to hear it in the fuel neck cycling. I don't think you can. It was worth a shot. So now we're just gonna let that kind of bleed itself out for maybe a minute, and then we'll cut back. All right, so we decided just to double check, and the system was in fact actually purged, so we're gonna let it kind of go a little longer and start it, but it actually bled itself, surprisingly. Well, if it works. Oh my god! Dude! The prime bowl, you can't even get it to move because it's so much pressure. Dude, come over here. Do me a favor and try and press the fuel hole. It's a brick.
One day it's just gonna go.
I could maybe understand why people delete it because of that.
Yeah.
But it'll be fine. It's just making sure it seats better.
Yeah. If anything, I think at some point I might have to replace the fuel hoses because they're a little cracked and stuff.
Yeah, so you don't pump a gallon out a minute.
Yeah.
It might be fine.
Want to take it for a drive real quick?
Yep. exactly the same stock injector, stock turbo, just a different cold air intake. But yeah, and head studs. But 5-inch exhaust, deleted, tuned by the same people and everything. He's in tow tune, so if we get a chance, we could test mine, kind of show how much it rolls on coal from a hard acceleration in the tow tune, and we could kind of just like compare which one rolls more or less. But the only difference is maybe weight. My truck might be heavier, but we'll just have to kind of compare the videos. That'll be a post-editing thing, so but we'll try and get that, I guess. It feels, I will say, it feels like it's very smooth, not really like a harsh hit in like certain areas. It feels like it's consistent.
The truck all around just runs better. Like,
yeah.
Like the engine just sounds smoother running, because like mine, it had that kind of clack, but I don't hear it now. I have yet to see later if it does it again. But
Yeah, you're not even wrong.
yeah.
That could have been injector clack.
Yeah.
And with the extra pressure, the CP is actually giving it enough pressure. If only you had. Do you have your CP pump or your fuel pressure?
I have my FRP right here, and then my desired, and then I have my
fuel
calculated
pressure.
fuel rate.
It's sitting at, well, 4 is about where mine sits. That was a consistent haze.
Yeah.
That felt quick for the tow tune.
Yeah.
We don't really beat on our trucks because they're not fully built to be beaten on, I guess you could say. They're just supposed to be dailies. Which is probably a good thing. That means they're gonna last.
Yeah.
But not bad. Fuel rail pressure got up to 25,000 psi. That's about right from where mine sits.
28 the max, I think, or something.
Maybe. It shot up instantly though, so it's not like it's having to work hard. Is that sweet?
No, that was just the tow with the
Tow button. Tow a tow button.
The tow with tow button.
Tow a tow.
Got some cool airplanes over there. Anyways, we're back, and I think it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I put the lift pump on. So far it's running good. No issues with the lift pump at all. No leaks, no nothing. It's been pretty good so far. I'm just filming now. I forgot to film an outro earlier, but yeah, like I said, it's been running good so far. No issues with it. The only thing I did notice is it got a little louder Don't know why. Like I said, there's no issues with it, but I don't know, it does seem a little louder to me. But I don't know, runs good. Yeah, like I said, overall the truck just runs a lot smoother than without it. I think it was a great investment. Overall, it'll keep the CP3 from failing early, keep the injectors happy. So yeah, that's overall why I got it. It's even got a water separator, a good filter. Just overall, it's a really good investment for your diesel truck, any diesel truck for that matter. And I know a lot of people recommend those to do those first, since you know, that's a big part of reliability on these diesels. But I didn't know that for a while, so I you know, did all the other stuff on it, and now we have the lift pump. So, but I don't know, I think I'm getting to a point now where I'm happy with the truck. I'm happy where I've come with the truck. I've come a long way over the last little over 2 years of owning the truck. It's been a great truck. I've had no catastrophic issues or anything with it. And part of that's also just, I just don't beat on it a lot. A lot of guys get these trucks and they like to beat on them, which I don't blame them. It's fun. They're fun trucks. At a point in life right now where I really just don't have the money to spend on something if it were to break. So I'm just doing my best to make it reliable, and not have those issues pop up. So yeah, and like I said, so far I've treated it well and it's treated me well. So I'm gonna keep doing that. We'll see how long it lasts. I was going to mention too, earlier in this video, I mentioned that clacking noise, that engine clacking noise. So that's an issue I've had with this truck for ever since I got it, the last little over 2 years. And I have a video from about a year ago that I'll go ahead and post or pop up right here. So I've had that issue for ever since I've had the truck. I have no clue what it is. I don't know. I've been searching for a while to try and see what it is. I've checked up pipes, everything, manifolds, to see if it's an exhaust leak, if any of the bolts are loose or anything. Nothing there. I have a feeling it's injectors, but I'm not totally sure. So far, the balance rates for the injectors have been phenomenal. I really don't know what. Yeah, I really don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's injectors, but as of right now, the injectors are fine. Everything else looks fine. Oil pressure looks fine. Nothing's leaking. So I don't know what it is. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But I'm leaning toward injectors right now, and I don't have injector money right now. So I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm just gonna try and not beat on it as much as I can, and make sure I can make this thing last as long as possible. I've still got 2 years of college. I do have some money right now that I'm putting away to get a little beater car to drive to school, so I'm not constantly beating on this and daily driving it all the time. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to daily drive it, but I don't want to beat on it a lot, you know. I love the yellow. I love everything I've done with it. I just don't want to daily drive beat on it, you know, the type of beating that a car takes when you daily drive it. So I want to get a different car for that, and I will eventually probably. But yeah, overall that's it. Like I said, lift pump works good. No issues, no leaks. Truck's running great. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you have any suggestions, anything you want to see with the truck, let me know. I'll see if I can make it happen, or you know, any videos you guys want to see with it, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope you guys have a great day.